Hi there, my name is Elizabeth. Today I'm going to go over some seated leg exercises for people who have COPD or any other kind of breathing problem. It's really important when you have trouble breathing that your legs are strong. The reason for this is that you use your legs all the time. So if you are walking, like say from your bedroom to the bathroom, and you have really weak legs versus bedroom through the bathroom and you have really strong legs, the person with the stronger legs is going to breathe better. And that's because your muscles are better at utilizing oxygen when they're strong. If they're weak, they're going to be pulling in more oxygen to do what you need to have done. So simply put, the stronger your legs are, the better you're going to breathe. Now, when we do these exercises, you can do no weight at all. If you have a little hand weight, you can stick it on your leg just to add pressure. Or if you have ankle weights, you can put those on as well. But you don't have to use weights at all. And actually, I recommend not using weights at all when you start. That way you can kind of figure out if you need to use weights or not. So the way you know is if it's easy or if it's hard. If it's really hard for you to do, you want to do less repetition of anything that we do. You also want to decrease any weight that you're using. If it's super easy, you want to add repetitions or add weight. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first one is a simple leg raise. You can do these, I love all of these actually, because you can do these while you're just sitting in your chair, watching the Today Show, whatever you watch. But you can do all of these while you're just kind of hanging out. So the first one I just call leg raises. You're going to keep your leg bent as if you're sitting, but your leg's going to come up and back down. This is a nice controlled motion. You don't want to try to get it up and back down and like that. You want your back straight, your posture good, and you're just going to pull it up. This is going to make sure, if you do it this way, you're only using the muscles that you need to do the exercise. Now this you want to do about 20 times. Of course, my cat's really wanting me to pay attention to him right now. You need to make an appearance, Sebastian. Okay, now we're nearing the end of these. Now that your legs are sort of warmed up, you want to just kick your leg out and roll your ankle in one direction. Roll it about 5 times and then switch directions. Good. Now you can switch legs. Okay, great. Okay, the next one's going to, I just call it up, kick, back, and down. So your leg comes up, you kick it out, you pull it back, and you put it down. It's up, out, back, down. Up, out, back, down. Here you go. For me, it's a lot easier if I say it. So I usually will say that up, out, back, down, up, out, back, down. Keep going. You would like to do about 20 of those if you can. If you can't, start small. Do 10. Do 10 for 1 week, and then the next week, try to do 15. Do 15 for that week, and the next week, do 20. All of these you can do more or less of, and build your way up to getting those nice strong legs. I can feel this even without a weight, so if you do these without weights, that is perfectly fine and normal. I do it both ways, but I can feel it even without the weight, so you definitely do not have to use weights. Okay, now, the next one that we're gonna do, which you can't really see my feet very well, I'm gonna back up here. Maybe you can see them here. Okay. So the next one is gonna be calf raises. So my feet are flat on the floor. I'm gonna point my toes and bring my calves up. So I'll kind of go to the side here so you can see this. So up and back down. Those are calf raises. So we're gonna do 20 of those. These, of course, work your calf muscles. And I should also say, anytime that you're gonna start exercising, if you're not used to it, you wanna make sure your doctor knows that you're doing it. It's never a good idea to start an exercise regimen without your doctor knowing. This is really good for those calves. Okay, now we're going to switch directions of our foot. So instead of pointing our toes with our heels coming up, you're going to be pointing your toes to the sky, heels on the ground. So it's just opposite of what you were doing. So toes up to the sky and back down. Can kind of show you from the side here. Toes up to the sky and back down. Once again, you want to do 20 of these. Try to do it to where you can see it. And I'll tell you, if you can get really good, you can combine the videos of the legs and the seated arms that I do. You could actually do this with an arm exercise at the same time. But I don't recommend doing that at first. I recommend doing the videos separate so that you know that you're not overdoing it. Okay, now, the next one is leg circles, but we're gonna do it, instead of straightening our leg out, we're gonna keep the bend in it. You can either grab onto the chair or just put your hands behind you. You're gonna take it up like a circle, kind of like you're drawing a circle with your knee. I'm gonna try to do 10 of these. Good, now we'll switch legs. And try to remember what direction you're doing because we're gonna switch directions. Now we have the German Shepherd. Bowie wants to be in here. Go lay down. Okay, good. Now you want to do the opposite direction of what you just did with the knee circles. So I had gone this way. Now I'm going to go the other way. This is also a really good range of motion for your hips. And that's another thing, if this hurts your hips, please don't do it. It's never a good idea to do exercises that hurt you. I'm not one of those people that's in the belief of, if it's hard for you to do, keep doing it. I'm in the belief of start slow and work your way up. Because when you have COPD or another breathing problem, it is very easy for you to overdo it. And we don't want that, not at all. So we've done that one. And then the next one, you're gonna stand up. So you wanna get behind a chair, like so. And this one, you're going to be kicking your leg out to the side. Just a nice controlled movement. I'm gonna do 10 of these. Awesome. Now we're going to switch sides. Now, I would recommend starting this about 3 times a week. Chloe, move out of the way, bud. Move. About 3 times a week. And I do have some students that will do this 5 days a week, and that's awesome, but when you start off, don't start off doing that many. So, okay, well, that's it, okay? I like to keep things really simple, so I don't want to throw anything at you that is hard to do or that you don't understand. But if you all have any questions, you can always put them down under my video, and I always get back and answer them. And if you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That way other people who are suffering from breathing problems can find these videos and get help faster. So thank you very much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.